All right, my friends, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. I'm going to show you this video. It's quite disturbing to me. But again, this is coming from the Department of Education, apparently. And it's a meeting that these teachers are having, right? It's a meeting. They're talking about how to deceive your children. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about, how to say something to push their agenda, right? The LGBTQDC agenda, right? They want to insert that into our children's life. There is nothing, and I'm not going to take this back, there is nothing more creepy than old men telling our children who to sleep with. It's uncommon, right? It's nothing to do with me disagreeing with your lifestyle. It's just inappropriate, right? I think so. Why would I tell little kids who I sleep with? But for whatever reason, you see this happening all the time. And a prime example is what happened here in Florida with the whole don't say gay, which it was deceiving. It had nothing to do with that. What they really wanted to do was introduce, all this craziness to our little boys and girls, right? But they're gonna say to you deceivingly, right? And I'm gonna share this with you guys. Here's a meeting. I love this guy in the bottom. This guy in the bottom is looking at this dude like thinking to himself, what am I doing here? Who volunteered me from this meeting? Really, who volunteered me? The way he's like moving his head, he's like, Dear Lord Jesus, open the door and take me out of here. Sorry, buddy. I'm really, really sorry you had to go through that meeting. But let's watch this. Let's watch this because this guy right here on the top right corner, he's going to tell us, he's going to give us training, or he's giving training to these teachers on how to deceive your children, how to spread lies to your children. Let's listen to it.
Our classroom, we need to be a stickler for inclusive language in any conversation, and especially in the content that we teach. I'd like to give some examples from my content, which is science. I've mostly taught biology, and when we're teaching about life and living things, we need to be clear that we're including all living things, including all people in that. So I want to offer one resource that I'm going to drop in the chat from my website.
All right. So he's going to tell you how to do this because we want to include everyone. And what really is kind of like crazy because, listen, not everybody's going to be included in everything. It's just that's not how life is. There is things in life that you may not be able to do. That is life, right? I cannot have a baby. Like I cannot, be pregnant and have a baby because I'm a dude. I mean, how imagine in a place where now I want to tell people that I could get pregnant. It's crazy and it's not realistic, but they have found a way to twist reality and spread it to your children in this way. Check it out.
Two other trans identified high school teachers put together a language guide. Our site is called genderinclusivebiology.com. And some things that we come up on a lot are for teaching about cell division or reproduction. A lot of textbooks, a lot of existing teaching will say, well, women produce eggs. Males are more likely to be colorblind. The mother carries the fetus for this many months. And some ways that we can show our support.
Listen to this. I want you to listen to this because, all those are, statements, but I want you to see how the truth is going to be twisted to fit their agenda.
For trans and non-binary students, or just to clean up that language, be more precise. We can be more accurate and be more inclusive. So I would say, no, it's not women that produce eggs, it's ovaries that produce.
So it is not women that produce eggs, it's ovaries that produce eggs.
Eggs. That's accurate, that's precise. We're acknowledging that not all women produce eggs, and also not all egg producers are women, for example.
Not all egg producers are women. So, in other words, what he's trying to say that, a man that identifies as a woman, she cannot produce, or, in this case, it will be a she, cannot produce eggs. So that's why they don't want to speak that way. How confusing is this? If you're confused, raise your hand. And this is the kind of stuff that they're trying to tell like children. Keep watching.
And we're teaching students that language matters. We're not just talking about imaginary people and living things, that our language impinges on the people in our classroom and in our community.
We are not teaching students that language matters. What we're teaching a student is that truth does not matter. What we're teaching our kids is that reality, what is really for real, does not matter. So they're building their education, they're building their principle, they're building everything that they have in their life in a lie. And when you build your entire life in a lie, guess what's going to happen at the end? You're going to experience failure. So to me, that's insane. This is the department, supposedly, according to this, the Department of Education holding training for teachers to learn how to be more inclusive of trans and non binary K 12 students. This is insane. People, be involved. Let me know what you think. Put comments down below. And as always, God is in control.